Hey guys, what is going on? It's your boy Yack back with another video. And for today's video, we're going to be going over the best route to take in Tiny Temple. This map's actually pretty easy, but online you'll notice if you're kind of one of the slower people that people come zooming by and kind of maintain the blue fire. So this is basically just a quick guide on how to maintain that blue fire and the best route to take on this map. I also made a video like this on Coco Park and I plan on doing more in the future, so let me know if you want to see more of that. So the first thing I recommend is using a heavyweight character with top speed. You can also use a character that's a little bit slower but has quite a bit of speed, but I highly recommend having the most speed you can get. We spend most of our time on this track on the ground, and when we jump it's basically a straight jump, and the turns we use with a heavyweight are pretty easy to do while drifting, so you're good there. So once the race starts, you're basically going to boost forward and then boost a couple times in the opposite direction. When you reach the corner that kind of has a turnaround, and then you're going to want to boost back in that direction. Hug the wall as much as you can, then obviously go up the ramp like you always should. A couple people like to jump off this little hump that's right after the ramp, but it's really questionable if you'll actually get a boost out of it, so I recommend just drifting over it. Once you approach the cliff that you have to jump off of, when you jump down, hit the crate and then go to the right side. This side's a lot easier to drift away from, and when you hit the box it'll take a couple seconds to respawn, so that saves you some time from the fire. Obviously the people behind you will be able to hit that box when it respawns and change the side of it, so just try to get out of there as fast as possible. After this section you're going to jump out into a place with a bunch of electric wires. Go ahead and stay as close as you can to these wires without getting zapped. Not too close though, because if you do get zapped it's going to add a bunch of time. Immediately after there's going to be a jump, and then there's a shortcut quote unquote on the left side. Only take this shortcut if you don't have blue fire. So what I mean by this is on the first lap you can go ahead and do this since there's no possible way to get blue fire. But during the second or third lap, if you have blue fire and come to this point, just go ahead and skip and go the normal route. The only case where you shouldn't have blue fire though is if you accidentally hit a wall or get hit by an item. But like I said, left side only if there's no blue fire. Now this next section actually depends on if you're playing single player, time trial, and how many Wumpa Fruit you have. So in a time trial you're just simply going to stay close to this ramp. Don't actually hit the ramp, but drift right past it and then go to the speed ramp. But if you're playing in a single player game with actual people racing against you, then you're going to want to go ahead and go out of your way and try and get this crate full of Wumpa Fruit. You may not think Wumpa Fruit do very much for you, but it actually helps out a lot. Especially with items on a map like this where you're going super fast and you need blue fire. If you get hit with the blue fire, you basically lost the race. Now comes the most important part. At this point you're going to want to maintain blue fire across the whole entire map, so you have to be very careful. So right off the rip, obviously you're going to drift once and then jump off this little hump right here. Once you land, it'll give you a little bit of a boost and you're going to instantly drift around this edge again. Then go ahead and get a jump boost off this ramp, but be careful when landing because this hump can sometimes catch you and give you like an awkward landing. Now for this section, if you played on a time trial, then go ahead and go on the right side and the fire shouldn't be there. But if you're in an online match, you might have some trouble here. So it's kind of just a 50-50 and you have to guess which way to go, but I usually go on the right side. It's always the easiest one and I find myself having an easier time to get around the fire sometimes. Then immediately after, like I said earlier, stick to the right with the blue fire. If you ran out of blue fire, go ahead and go on the left to get a little more speed. Then go ahead and go back to the finish line and do it once more. So that's basically the best route for this map, so I hope this video helped you guys out in some way. Let me know if it did. If there's any other maps you want me to do, please let me know in the comments. Or you can find me on my Instagram, I'll actually chat with you guys there. But again, let me know what you thought about the video and I'll catch you guys next time.